All right, y'all. So, oh shit. I am on my way back from different little events, and oh shit, what's going on over here? And I just want to speak on something. I'm gonna put it out there, and then I'm gonna let it be and move forward. You know, you just know how you gotta move. So today I went to an event, a networking event, and for photographers, videographers, models, kind of a street meet basically, a networking event for people in the media. And I to give a little background of it, I know it's dark, y'all can't see me, but feel me on the speaking, just listen to me. Cause I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say what I gotta say and then I'm gonna dead it after that. And it's not negative, I'm just telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I went to this event, really didn't want to go, but I went. Why I didn't want to go, I just wasn't feeling it, to be honest. And I used to go to these events years ago. I used to go to these events like 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019. I was going every month. I was going to these networking events. I was meeting people who I thought was like-minded, and maybe I thought maybe it's just me and how I am different from everybody else. But I was meeting people that I thought I was going to be networking with, like-minded people, as they called, working in the media field, and we're going to be doing things together and all of that stuff, only for stuff like that never to happen. But I'm one of those type of people. I support everybody. Whatever you're doing in life, I support it. You trying to start a business, I support it. You doing this, you doing that. Whatever it is you're doing in life, I support it. Long as you out here doing something. And when I first started in media, I before I started getting clients and all of that, I was always trying to shoot, do photo shoots, film people. I was trying to do whatever to get out there, and I wanted to do it because I was trying to gain experience. You know what I'm saying? When I first started doing photography and videography, I used to have, I don't even want to call them friends, but back then I called them friends. I used to be around a lot of people that were photographers, videographers, and I used to always, even with music production, I used to always hang around these people that were more advanced than me, and I always wanted them to teach me what they knew, but they never taught me. So I'm self-taught. When it comes to this media stuff, I am self-taught. I'm learning as I go. Trial and error, I'm going, I'm pushing, I'm doing it. Whether you like it or not, I'm creating and I'm learning and I'm getting better, every day. So boom, I finally teach myself a little bit of something. I'm like, okay, I'm good. So I'm reaching out to any and everybody. I'm reaching out to everybody. Hey, I'm trying to do a photo shoot. Hey, I'm trying to shoot your video. Hey, your birthday coming up. I'm trying to shoot pictures. I'm trying to do anything and everything out here to do whatever. And I'm doing it for free. Just because I'm trying to gain the experience and I'm trying to learn my craft. Because after years of quitting it and then coming back to it, then quitting, then coming back, I finally feel like this is a calling for me to create. So I'm sticking with it. In 2025, I'm sticking with it. So um, that's just a little background history of me. But when I started getting really heavy into the media, photography, videography. I started going to these street meets, these little photography, videography meetups. I don't know how I found out about it. I think when I was on Instagram, I found out about it. And if you don't know, I'm from the DMV area, Washington, D.C., right? So I started going to these little street meets. It was two in particular. It's one called Street Meet DC, and it's one called Portrait Meet DC. And they were having these little meetups every month at different locations in DC area. We meet up. Your up and coming photographers were coming. Your up and coming models, videographers. Everybody was out. Everybody was out. It was a cool thing. I felt like it was very cool to do in our area. You know what I'm saying? DC is not really known for the media. It's slowly coming, but it's not really popping like all these other cities and states. You know what I'm saying? DC is just, they trying to do something, but we're gonna get to that part. So I'm going to these street meets, I'm meeting people, networking, meeting models, meeting other photographers that I'm thinking that is really cool. We talk all the time, even when it's not a street meet, we still talking. They have photo shoots. I'm coming to their photo shoots. I'm filming their photo shoots, giving them free promotion, filming it, giving it to them. They putting it on their are they putting it on their Instagram channel? Their Instagram page, Facebook, whatever they got. I'm giving it out because I don't care about the money at this point. I'm just trying to get the experience and I'm trying to learn. So over the years of going to these street meets, it just got to a point with me when the shit was just getting boring. Like everybody, it just got to a point where everybody, like all the photographers, it really wasn't a networking event. It was just basically people coming to these events just to take pictures of these models, the up and coming models, and just taking pictures of them, getting their Instagram information, and then that was it. It was really no talking, it was no type of rapport, it was none of that. It was just a day of just taking a picture of somebody, in my opinion, taking a picture of somebody, getting their Instagram page, posting their picture, tagging them, and that was it. That's what was going on, in my opinion. Whereas me, I'm talking to these models, I'm talking to these other photographers, I'm trying to build a rapport, I'm trying to work, you know, I'm thinking we all like-minded, we trying to do things, we trying to do videos, we trying to do future photo shoots, and it just wasn't that anymore. Everybody was just coming just to be coming. And who got the latest gear, who got the most expensive gear, who's coming in bringing all this gear just to shoot for an hour, like they bringing in carts and stuff full of gear, and they walking around, some photographers walking around with their camera and not even taking pictures, you know but I met a few people, a few photographers that I thought that we were going to have some kind of friendship on the media tip, and it really didn't happen because it was, I don't know. But the more I got into this media world, I started doing things. I started doing stuff like on DC, New York Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week. DC has a DC Fashion Week. And some kind of way I got a plug to go to start doing that. So I started doing that, and it was fun in the beginning. It's new. I'm going to DC Fashion Week. I'm going on the strength of networking and meeting new people, hopefully get some potential clients. And, you know, it's new to me, so I'm excited. But, these like-minded people that I thought were my media photography friends, I'm trying to put them on with people that I know, basically like giving them the plug. And they take the plug and then they go MIA. I'm like, yeah, talk to this person. Next thing I know, they doing photo shoots with these people and not even saying anything. They keeping it on a hush hush. I'm like, okay, anyway, a lot of that was going on. So after a few years of going to these street meets, I stopped going. You know, I'm going to these street meets back then. Like when I say I was going to it, I used to look forward to going. Um, I used to look forward going to these street meets. I used to like plan it out what I'm gonna do. I used to do more video than taking pictures because I wanted to help promote these street meets on my little social media platform. I ain't have a lot going on my Instagram at the time, but I wanted to promote them because I really like rock with the idea of having these meetups and all of that. I really was all for it. But when you supporting somebody else to the utmost and they not supporting you, they don't even give you a thank you. All they might do is give you a like on your Instagram page when you just did this whole segment of their event, and you're doing this every month. Every time you go to these events, you're doing a recap video for them, and I'm not saying you got to kiss my ass for doing it because I know it's other people at these events that's doing the same thing. But when I look at these other people pages and you comment and then you liking it and you reposting it on your page and all that shit, and when I do it, I might get a like, and then you see me every month and it's nothing but, oh, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? After a while, when you supporting somebody so much and you're not getting that back, eventually you gonna be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. What's that, Damien? I think that's your name. But let me finish going on with my story because I'm just giving y'all a backtrack of what happened that led up to the today. So yeah, I this is what was going on back then. I'm supporting like crazy these street beats. I'm supporting them. Like I'm doing videos, I'm doing recap videos. And what I started to notice is the people that's running this organization, they're doing their own little recap video too. And they're filming everybody that's at their event. Everybody walking around, they taking pictures of it, they filming it. And there's been a few times that I've came across them filming me taking pictures and stuff, which is cool. I'm not tripping. But when I go back and see your recap video, you got everybody else at your event in your recap video, but you don't have me. And I physically, I remember you filming me. I remember you filming me and talking to me, asking me what's my Instagram handle and whatever else you was asking me. But I remember these things. When I go back and see your recap videos, everybody that was there at your event is in your recap video for at least 1 to 3.5 seconds. And I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere in there. But yet on my Instagram page, I'm doing recap videos for y'all 2 or 3 days later after your event. That's how long my videos were. I just was chopping them up and just putting them out every day. Support this movement, support this movement. I, like when I go to these street meets, I'm taking more pictures of the photographers than the models. Because at these street meets, it's more photographers than models. Like real talk. It's so overly saturated with photographers. So after noticing that with both of the organizations, Street Meet and the other one, I ain't trying to put their name out there, but I was just like, man, it wasn't fun anymore. It's not fun to go to something that, you know, and it's not like it be like 1,000 people there. It's probably roughly about 50, maybe less than that. It's a nice little crowd, but you can move around and you can talk to everybody that's at this event. So it's not like it's about thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? It's a few. I mean, it's a nice little 20, 30, maybe 40. I don't know, but it ain't to the point where If I was running a street meet and the people that came to my event was there, I will make it my business to go around and talk to everybody that's at my event. That's just me. I can't expect everybody to be like me, right? So after going through all of this and trying to connect with them and support them, and you're supporting them more than you supporting yourself. So after a while, that should get old. That should get tired. Like, you can't keep supporting other people's stuff and they don't give back. Gratitude, that's the word right there. Like, it would be none of that street meet if these people didn't come. And the more you go, you start talking about it to other people. Oh, you should come to street meet. You should come to this portrait meet. You should come here. You should come there. And you start getting people to come. And you talk about it because you're so excited about it, because in DC, it's not a lot of stuff like this going on. It's not. The media world in DC sucks, but it's so much talent here. We got a lot of talent here. Why DC can't pop off when it comes to that media, when it comes to the music, any of that, I don't know. People celebrities that came from DC, they are no longer here. Shout out to Taraji P. Henson. She's no longer here. She's from DC. She's no longer here. Martin Lawrence, no longer here. Half the people don't even know that these folks are from DC. I mean, I can name a list of them, but nobody knows, because when you do interviews with these celebrities, they don't talk about DC. The only thing they might talk about DC is Howard University. That's it. But nobody really be like, yeah, I was from Southeast DC, whatever, or Northeast DC. Nobody's really doing that. I ain't ever heard Martin Lawrence say he was from Washington DC. If it's out there, kudos to him. But any interview that I watched of him, I've never heard him talk about that. You know, we got talent here. But anyway, you get tired of that. You get tired of supporting these organizations, and they're not really giving back. And I guess their mindset of giving back is, well, we're putting on these events for y'all to come and network, but um, but when you go and network, it's not really a network. Everybody is clicked up to who they know. It ain't really nobody talking to people that they don't know. They stay together, they click up, and they don't really network. They don't, in my opinion. So I stopped going to these street meets. So, over the years, I've been doing my thing. I've been on YouTube. I've been doing different ventures. I've been doing a lot of stuff, but I'm still doing my media thing. I'm working on my YouTube channel. That's my main thing. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on none of that. I've been solely focused on YouTube, and really having a mindset and focusing on what I create and what I want to create. And I'm not letting anybody stop me from creating anything. Whether I have people that support me or people that want to work with me or not, I'm still going to create. So, make a long story short, it's been years since I've been going to these street meets. But earlier in the week, I got an email. Mind you, it's been years, probably like 4 or 5 years since I've been to these street meets. And I got an email earlier this week, and one of the organizations was having a meetup today. So I thought about it. I'm like, do I really want to go? I don't even know how they got my email address. I really don't know. But it came through. So I'm like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do to try to make it interesting for me. I reached out to a few people that I know that's in the media field, entrepreneurs, models. They got things going on to the point where I felt like this would be a good opportunity for them for media. So in order for myself to be like, all right, I'm going to go, this is what I did. I said, you know what, I'm going to go. I'm gonna bring my equipment. I ain't bring a lot, but I brought equipment. And if you really know me, when I go out to things like that, I don't bring nothing. I might bring 2 cameras, one for photography, one for videography, or I might bring 1 camera. I don't bring no flash. I don't bring no strobe. I don't do none of that. I just bring a camera and I film a little bit and I take pictures, but I do more filming to try to do a recap to show people what we got going on in this city. So to make it interesting, the people that I knew that was in my contacts, which is not that many, I reached out to them and said, look, Saturday, I'm going to be at this location. I sent them the picture of the flyer. I said, I'm doing free photo shoots, and I'm also going to be going live and shooting for my YouTube channel to promote whatever you got going on, your business, whatever. This will be a perfect networking event for you to come out here and get free promotion. Not just from me, but it's going to be a gang of photographers, videographers, models, whatever you need. They're going to be out here. Free promotion. You ain't got to pay for nothing. These street meets are free. The catch is you just got to network. You got to talk to people. You got to meet at least 1 or 2 people. Try to gain a good rapport with people. That's all you got to do. That's the catch to it. But what's going on is we're not meeting at that part. We're not meeting the, network with people. We're not doing that. That's the part that we're missing. So I sent that to a few people. Nobody really was. I ain't gonna say really. Nobody responded as far as saying, "Hey, that's what's up." Whatever you got to say about it. Nobody responded. All right. So I'm already feeling in my head. I'm like, I really don't want to go, but I don't want to not go. If somebody that I hit up actually goes and reach out to me and be like, "Hey, you here? Cause I'm here." I didn't want that to happen. But I said, I think that'll make it interesting for me to reach out to these people. Hey, come through. Free promotion. It ain't too many people doing free stuff. I just know if I was entrepreneur and I didn't have any photography skills or videographer, if I ain't had nothing like that, and I had somebody constantly reaching out to me talking about free promotion, and I really need that in my company or whatever I'm doing, and I really need that, and I don't have it, and I know this person and I know this person work, and she's not charging, hell yeah, I'm gonna use it. But hey, that's just me. I can't speak for nobody else. I just don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like people was gonna jump on that. Now, granted, I know people got things to do, but it would have been cool if somebody said, "Hey, I wish I could come, but I can't come, man. I got not saying that you gotta tell me what's going on in your life, but ain't nobody respond. Nobody." So I'm like, okay, so I'm ripping and running today. I had to return that Godox 80-100 strobe back that I bought because the joint was malfunction. I had to send it back. I had to get another strobe because today was the day that I brought, I was working with my Canon R5C. I brought out a strobe, the AD 300. I brought out gear, like I brought out my equipment, and I don't be trying to bring out my equipment unless it's really necessary. But I brought out my gear and I said I'm gonna go. So, and I'm just being real with y'all. YouTube world, I'm being real with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the experience today. So I get there. When I say nobody said anything to me, no one person. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say out of all the people that was there today, and it was a good handful, only 3 people said something to me. 3 people said hi. I came in with my little GoPro camera. Because like I said, when I go to these street meets, I do more filming than taking pictures. I didn't even pull out my camera. I had my book bag on with my strobe and I had all that. I had a stand. I was going to set up shop because I was ready to really work. But when I got there, the sun was out, but it was windy as hell. And when you bringing out your strobes and trying to set up and all that, when the wind blowing, Man, there was so many people, strobes and soft boxes on the ground because they kept falling. I was like, all right, I ain't feeling that. I'm not pulling out all this stuff. Nope. But when I got there, I didn't see anybody that I reached out to about the networking event. Okay, cool. I ain't even tripping off that. Then I get there and I'm filming, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm literally walking up to people saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And they just looking at me like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, I'm like, "Hey, what's up? What kind of camera you shooting with?" You know? And they just looking at me like they don't even give a fuck what I'm talking about. They so into taking these. It's like 10 of them on one model, and they got their strobes out, and all this gear, and they just looking like, "Who the fuck are you?" It probably was about 6 or 7 models and about fucking 10 photographers on one model. And then half of them got the strobes. One girl had an 8200 Pro sitting there right in front of the model's face, and her friend. Everybody was clicked up to who they knew. They was with who they came with. And I kid you not, when I went over there to try to film, it was one young lady. She was with another young lady, and it was a guy. It was like 3 of them basically, and they was shooting a model. And I was talking to them, and they just was straight ignoring me, like real talk. They were ignoring me. They were so into trying to get this fucking picture and get their little 8200 Pro right. I asked them a question, and they was like, I said, "Oh, okay, cool." So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm walking around. One of the people that was in part was in, the person that organized it. She cool. Every time she sees me, she shows love. She just say hey, and just that was it. Normally we'd talk, hug. What's up? What's going on? The last time I went to her day event, we talked. But this go around, it was just a hey. And her partner, he walked past me like 3 times and never said anything. So I'm not saying that I want these people to come up to me and speak to me, but if I'm walking up to you to speak to me and you turn your head, or you try to act like you're so much engaging with another conversation that you really don't see me, and I'm right there filming you right in your face, I don't know what's up with that. And I'm not trying to take it personal, but I was just like, the energy here is weird. Like when I first came to the event, the energy was weird. And there were 2 other guys that were there that I used to always be with when I did go to these street meets. We used to always be together. We talking. It's one guy, I don't know how he is now, but then back then he was kind of like a beginner photographer. And I just remember we were in Baltimore at a street meet, because that street meet had a little event in Baltimore, Maryland, and I went. And those guys were there, and we talking, and the event is over, and we still out there by the studio talking, and the guy's telling us that, he's trying to gain more experience and all that. And I'm giving this guy like words of wisdom. I'm motivating him. I'm promoting him. Like, I'm telling him like, dog, don't stop. This, that. And that dude, he's a young dude, and the other guy, he's an older guy. I don't know. He wasn't really saying too much. He's kind of quiet. But I guess over the years, them dudes are clicked up now because they was there today. And when I went over there to film them, I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's up, y'all?" They looking at me. They were just like, "Hi." And they walked away. Normally we see each other years ago. We talk. What's up? What's going on? What kind of camera you got? Okay. Oh, okay. The older guy, he shoots Fuji, medium format. He shoots, I think he got like a GFX one. I don't know. He got something, but he's a Fuji guy. The other guy, the little young guy, he's a Sony guy. He's still pushing his A7 III. I could tell, because I remember that's what he was using back then. And the camera that he was using, it looked kind of old. So I kind of figured it was still the A7 III. But he's still rocking it. But I'm like, the energy is like mad weird. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. Did I do something or didn't do something? Like, what the fuck happened? But every my whole point was all the photographers were clicked up, and it was overly saturated. It wasn't enough models, but it was a lot of photographers, and it was just like a gang of photographers trying to shoot one person. And I guess they just so focused into that, and they with their peoples, they with their clique, they with their friends or whatever they are. They don't see nothing else. They just see that, and they trying to get those pictures because they want to post them on Instagram and I guess make it seem like yay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Basically, I stayed there. I didn't even set up shop. I pulled out my camera, but I didn't take any pictures of any models. I took pictures. There were people walking their dogs in the park. I took pictures of these people dogs. I was like, hey, can